Thank you for tuning in to Tommy's Reptiles. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce you to the future of reptile keeping. We're going to unbox and assemble the state-of-the-art reptile enclosure made by Eguma. Let's see what comes in the box. It's nice to see when I first open it, my name is handwritten on the top of the cardboard. Let's see what else it says. It's 60% power saving, takes 5 minutes to set up, and it's an all-in-one enclosure. It has UVB, day, night, and LED light control, airflow control, and warmth control. It also comes with a nice set of directions to assist with the assembly process. From what I've seen in videos about this enclosure, the assembly process is probably the easiest I'll ever do. Let's start taking out the contents of the box. Eguma was nice enough to send me this handwritten thank you letter, which shows an immense amount of dedication to their product and their customers. I haven't even seen the enclosure yet, and so far, I'm very confident that this is going to be a great product just from the way they package this thing. Let's start taking out all the pieces of this enclosure. This looks like the lid. As you can see, it has a built-in fan, and there's a lighting system. Next up, it looks like this styrofoam contains the pillars and other various parts of this enclosure. And under that are the glass side panels, back panel, and 2 sliding doors. I'm not sure what this is, but maybe I'll figure it out later. Now let's get this box out of the way and start assembling. Here are all the parts laid out on the table. There's the top of the enclosure, the electrical, the pillars, the base of the enclosure, and the connecting rods. As you can see on the pillars, it tells you which side to put up and which side to put down, and they're also color coded. Little things like this makes assembly very easy. The first step is to insert the pillars into their correct slots. All you have to do is connect the colors, make sure that the downside's down, the upside's up, and then you simply just slide it right in. And you repeat this process with the other 3 pillars. Once you're inserting these pillars, you want to make sure that you push them down all the way to the line that says down. They only fit into the slots one way, so it's literally impossible to mess this part up. Next step is to slide in the side glass panels. The pillars contain perfect size grooves for the glass to slide right in. So far, this assembly is so easy, but we'll see how the rest of it goes. Let's slide in the other side panel. After that, we'll slide in the back glass panel. The next step is to add the top of the enclosure. You want to make sure that that gold lock is facing forward, because on the other side are the connections for the fan and the light, and they need to plug in the pillars that contain the plugs, which are located in the back 2 pillars. You want to gently place the top of this enclosure over the pillars, and then push it down and make sure that they're all connected. Here's what the enclosure looks like so far. The next step is to insert the 4 connecting rods. There's 4 holes at the top of the enclosure, and they simply just slide on in. Once you insert all 4 connecting rods, then you take the knob off of the mode control. On the bottom side of that is the perfect tool to tighten down the connecting rods. You want to tighten all the connecting rods until they're tight and flush. Once that's finished, you can return the knob to the mode control. The next step is to add the sliding glass doors. There's arrows on the door to show you which side is up. Once you peel off the directions, you take the door and place it in the center of the enclosure, and then you slide it all the way to the right. There's grooves for the glass doors to slide right into, which makes it very easy. Then you repeat the same exact process with the other door, placing it in the center of the enclosure and then sliding it all the way to the left. Now we're going to swing around to the back of the enclosure and get it plugged in. Once again, it's very simple. There's only one spot to plug it in. They really make this enclosure dummy proof. Let's press and hold the power button down for 2 seconds. So now we have the enclosure powered on. Let's play around with the lights. This looks like the daylight option. It's pretty cool because it mimics the sun. It gives off an orangey yellow sun-colored hue, which is really cool. Now let's test out the internal fan. I absolutely love this feature because it constantly brings in fresh airflow for the animals. Now let's cycle through the lights. Here's a great shot of what it looks like with the daylight option selected. I think it looks awesome. Let's see what the other options look like. Here is the UVB option. Also looks great. Next up, let's look at the nighttime option. This is a cool setting because it mimics moonlight and your animals could have a full day-night cycle. That's the Eguma CP1. Thank you for watching Tommy's Reptiles.